Hey there guys, welcome back to another exciting battle report brought to you by Gaming Grots. Today we're going to be battling out in the battle plan, Every Step is Forward. So in this mission, if a unit makes a charge move until the end of that turn, you add 1 to the number of models that each model in that unit counts as for the purpose of contesting objectives. If a unit retreats until the end of that turn, models in that unit cannot contest objectives. So really important if you plan on falling back, maybe for those battle tactics that do the retreat and charge could be a factor in this mission. We have the 4 unique objective markers kind of placed in a slightly different area than usual, straight across or diagonally across the map. And today we're going to be battling out in our ruins landscape. As you guys might be able to see, we still got some warp stone here. So we got some pesky SKAVEN coming back to fight over that warp stone here. We got our 4 objectives all lined up here. Let's get into those armies. Hey there guys, Patrick here, bringing out SKAVEN again today. Today I'm going for the grand strategy, the Arch Corruptors of the Mortal Realms. As you can see, going very hero heavy. I have my 1 Grace here on Screaming Bell, taking the spell Death Frenzy, but he is not my general for today. One of my Plague Priests on the Plague Furnace is going to be my general with the Master of Rotten Ruin, and he's taking the artifact, the Blistriverous, the Living Cyst. So that'll be bouncing around my Plague Priests there, giving those guys the Strike First ability. And then he's taking the Prayer Rabid. And then I have 2 Plague Priests on foot, both with the Prayer's Filth, and then another Plague Priest on the Plague Furnace with the Prayer Curse. Hoping to back these guys up. I'm really liking the chance to try out the new War Machines here, since they don't need an infantry unit nearby to push them around. These guys can move freely on their own. So it should be really, really exciting to see if we can get those Plague Furnaces in and do some damage with the big Sensor Bearer. Let's take a look at our battle line today. Alright guys, and for battle line today, we're going to be taking a whole bunch of rats. I've got a 40-man unit of Plague Monks, 2 20-man unit of Plague Monks, and then I've also got a 10-man unit of the Plague Sensor Bearers, and a 20-man unit of Clan Rats to be the personal bodyguard for our Grace here today. Most of these guys and a couple of the heroes are all fitting into a battle regiment, so we're going to be 3 drops today with the extra big War Machines, and that is 2,000 points total. So let's take a look at Jesse's army.
Hey guys, Jesse here, bringing back some NIGHTHAUNT. There's been a battle scroll update where they gave some models 2-inch range and some stuff like that, so we're going to be trying that out. I've opted to take Scarlet Doom again, just that's my favorite one to have, most damage output, and especially with the new 2-inch reach, we really want to try out the new Blade Geists. For the grand strategy, I've taken Fright or Flight. Pretty easy one to grab as a NIGHTHAUNT. And then for leaders, I've taken Guardian Soul as my general. He's going to have the command trait Master of Magic so that he can reroll his casting. And then he's got the artifact Light Shard of the Harvest Moon. So once per battle, a unit wholly within 12 of them, he can make them have an extra attack. So pretty good if you can get the Blade Geist up to 4 attacks each. Lots of damage output. Also gave him the spell Hoarfrost. I know it's going to be going away soon, but do want to get some use out of it before it does inevitably go away. I've also taken Lady Allender herself. Really good spellcaster, good denies, just all around a really nice piece to have, and really good recursion for my army. I've also taken the Cruel Gas Cruciator. Damage 2-3 is really brutal to NIGHTHAUNT, so just having him in the list kind of cuts that down. It gives us more of our ward saves, stuff like that. And then I've also taken a Spirit Torment. He's just basically there for like more recursion, giving a unit back 3 models in the combat phase. It's really nice as you get to do it in your opponent's combat phase as well, so every round you're getting about 6 models back to a unit, so it's pretty great. So that'll be all my leaders for today, and then we'll take a look at the battle line. Alrighty, and then for battle line, I've opted to take a unit of 30 Blade Guys, a unit of 20, which is going to be the Reapers here, just to keep them separate so I don't get them mixed up throughout the battle. And then I've got 3 units of the 10 units as well, just for screens, taking objectives, that kind of thing. But the main killer is going to be probably the big 30 block. I'm at 1970 points, and for battalions, I've taken a 1-drop. Unfortunately, I do have an extra character, so I've just decided to keep Lady Olinder out of the battalion, just so I can place her wherever I want. But yeah, so that's 1970 points, and so I will get the +1 to wound.
All right, here we are after deployment. Lots of the Plague Monks and the Plague Priests all surrounding our gnaw hole here in our deployment. Trying to be up on the deployment edge as much as we can. Kind of a little boxed into the corner here. We've got the Grace here and the Clan Rats on the far left. Big unit of 40 in the middle here, 20 on the front here, and then another 20 with the 10 Censer Bearers near the gnaw hole, and all of our Plague Priests. Looking down into the forces of Nighthaunt and Lady Olinder. We've got lots of Blade Geist everywhere, a couple of Grimghast behind the ruin there, but Jesse believes he's probably going to be scooping those guys up because Nighthaunt get to, is it D3?
It's just 3 if you want,
up
yeah.
to 3 get to just be removed after deployment and then go back into reserve that can arrive later. But lots of ghosts. We got Lady O, General, and all the characters standing at attention ready to help support these guys. But today Jesse was a 2-drop and the SKAVEN were a 3-drop, so it is up to Jesse. Who is going to be going first?
So this is tough, right? Because like I don't really like going first, but opens me up to basically a free battle tactic. You have no denies. Going first in this mission is kind of nice because no one starts on objective, so I can get a pretty quick, easy 5 points, I think. So I'm going to take first turn for this game and then just play really defensive.
All right, so we'll get into Nighthaunt. Turn 1, hero phase. All right, so turn 1 for Nighthaunt. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So like I said, we're going to be going for magical dominance. Got no unbinds in range, so basically free, as long as I don't mess up the casting.
Absolutely.
For primal dice, see what we get.
It's 1 so far. 2.
So we've got 2 primals so far.
And then, yes, Jesse did scoop his big unit of Blade Geist there. Sorry, I called them Grimghast in deployment there, but Jesse is using those guys as Blade Geist today, so they're all Blade Geist Revenants. But yeah, get the 2 primal dice. So what are we going to cast first?
All right, so we're going to start with, we're going to be trying from our general, just Hoarfrost on the big unit there.
You got it.
He does have a reroll because he has Master of Magic.
Yep.
It does go off.
Gets it with the 9.
What are they getting? Ooh, Ren 3, baby.
Ren 3. Love it.
So probably don't want to fight those guys.
Absolutely not.
You have no unbind, so I might as well just cast all my other good stuff. So let's try to give them Shade Mist.
Okay.
So from Lady O. Ooh, with the perils. No reroll or anything for her. So what happens to her?
She takes 3 mortals.
She does a 4-up ward. Takes the 3 mortals.
Oh, not a good start
right.
for Lady O.
And she cannot cast anymore, so that'll be it for my casting.
All right.
So knowing that, I'm probably not going to play as aggressive with them as I was planning on it. But they still got some big damage buffs, so that's pretty good there.
Yep.
And then, sorry, for heroic action, I can't do a heal on her because technically it would happen before. But we're just going to try to get a command point on her.
You got it.
Nope.
No, we're going to go for 1 on my general. He does not get 1.
Okay.
All right, so with that, we'll get into Nighthaunt, turn 1, movement phase. All right, so end of the movement phase for Nighthaunt. Everybody advancing up to secure the far objective here. Olinder and the general moving in the center, along with the big blobs of the Blade Geist, and the unit Jesse pulled back, dropping down out of the sky 9 inches away from our Plague Monks, ready to come charging in. But if they fail that, they're still sitting on the objectives there and helping contest. So with that, we're going to go to the charge phase, because Nighthaunt don't have any shooting, except for Lady O if she's close enough.
Yep. Alrighty, so I need a 9. Nope, I'll use a reroll. Last
right.
command point. Nope.
So they are not going to make it into combat on the first turn, but as we said, that's okay because they're still helping contest this objective while the back group helps control the back objective. So Jesse absolutely gets his score 1, score 2, score more, and his battle tactic for magical dominance. So that is going to be 5 awesome points for Nighthaunt to start us off as we go into SKAVEN, turn 1, hero phase. Okay, so turn 1, battle tactic for SKAVEN. We're going to be doing our Choir of Disease, so getting 3 prayers off with our Plague Priests, which should be nice and easy because these guys are getting a nice +5 to their chanting rolls here because of +4 from 3 other priests and then from the gnaw hole. So they're getting +4 to the roll, so we should get our Great Plague off easily. Going to start with my general because he has the command trait, he can reroll his prayer rolls. So he's going to try and get Disease off onto the unit of 20 Plague Monks right near him. So that's going to go off, and we're going to activate our first Great Plague, which is the Never Plague. So now all my priests can reroll their chanting rolls for the remainder of the game. We can only activate one Great Plague per turn, so that's it for the first turn for Great Plagues. Second, we're going to go to one of our on-foot ones, and they're going to give Filth to the same unit, which is going to go off. So those guys have the +1 attack and the +1 to wound on them. We're also, with our last on foot, we're going to give them Bless to try and give them a 6-up ward. That's going to go off. And then last, we're going to try for his disease, because I think he can reach these guys here.
So
yeah, because he picks point within 13 of them, and everything within 3. So yeah, he'll just be able to hit those guys. So see if he can hit them. So it does hit. So we'll see if those guys take some mortal wounds. I believe it's on a 3+. Double check. Oh, it is on a 4+.
Okay.
So they would have taken D3 mortal wounds, and it can also heal our guys because they have the Mark of Miracle.
For heroic action, I'm just going to try to heal Lady O.
Yep.
Just barely.
She heals. She gets her D3. She gets 1 back. We're going to go for a command point on my non-general. He's going to get it, so hopefully he might need that to help those guys reroll some charge, possibly. And then for casting, we're going to try and throw Death Frenzy onto our big blob of 40 here. So he is going to get that with an 8. We will throw a Primal at it for a 10 so far. We'll throw another one for 13, so we'll stay at SKAVEN's number.
Who's casting now?
That's from our Screaming Bell here.
So this Lady O's probably in?
Just out. She's on the clan. That's just off his base.
So I think you're good then.
Okay, so that's just going to be on those guys, so they have Fight on Death. And that's going to be it for our hero phase. So we'll get into SKAVEN turn 1 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase for SKAVEN. My other unit of 20 Plague Monks without the buffs went through the gnaw hole coming out this side, 9 inches away from these guys, hoping to make a charge. They only need an 8 because they get +1 to their charges from the bell. Clan Rats and my Grace here moving up to secure the objective here. Forgot to show you guys what I got for his bell effect. He rolled a 2, so we got the extra movement this turn. And the unit of 40 advancing to make some room, making sure to fill the gap here. Those runes, because all these NIGHTHAUNT have that nasty fly, so making sure you can't easily come charging and flying over and make it too hard for these large units to try and get into these fill gaps. Sensor Bearers and my General and the other small priests just moving up ever so slightly, still stay near the gnaw hole for the buff. One Plague Priest on foot moving up to help support my non-General on his chariot here. And these Plague Monks with all the buffs looking to charge into the Blade Geist here. Jesse contemplated using redeploy with his 1 CP, but opting to hold it back to give himself that better ward save if we do make the charge here. So going to the charge phase, because again, we don't have any shooting. We're going to be going with the Plague Monks here first. These guys get +1 from their bell. So they're going 7. That is more than enough for these guys to make it in there. So they're going to be kind of filing in this way, leaving more than enough room for this guy to help join the fray. See if he can make it in. With a 7, double check, he was just slightly farther.
Good. Oh yeah, you're good.
Perfect, so he'll make it in there too. And then the last unit trying to charge is going to be the Plague Monks over here, and see if we can't make it over here. We need an 8 for these guys. They're going to get there with a 10, so they even get the +1, so they're moving 11. So we're going to move all those guys and then get into some combat. Alright, so after piling in all of our Plague Monks in range with that extra reach those guys get for every 10 models of SKAVEN, we get an extra inch for melee. Their commander alongside them, just in case they can't obliterate these guys. Then our other unit, not totally swarming in because we want to take advantage, maybe keep a few Blade Guys out from swinging after Jesse piles in, because we know we're not going to be swinging with these guys first. So with that, we are going to be going with these guys. They're going to get 80 awesome attacks. They have 2 attacks normally. They get the extra attack from the pair and an extra attack for charging.
All right, I will use Discorporate on my guys.
You got it. And then we're giving them the all-out attack. So these guys are hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s. And we got a bucket of dice here.
I'm going to do that twice.
Yeah, I got to do this twice here. All right, so hitting on 2s.
Get in 1, so that's part's easy.
So 5, 6. See if if I can somehow put all these guys
Might
up
just want
here.
to.
I'm gonna have to do time the 2 rolls here for you guys. First bit, these are wounding on 3s. Get Jesse to keep going as we keep rolling it here.
Teamwork.
Perfect.
There you go.
Alright, so from the first volley, we have 5, 10, 15, 26 wounds.
Okay, 26.
And then we will get ready for our second throw here. Alright, so we had 26 from the first volley. Now going with the second set of 40 here. Home on top.
Too many wounds. Yeah, a couple.
That is the exact same as last time, so just the 6 missing. So a couple more rolls here.
Said 3s, right?
Yep, wounded on 3s. And normally 6s would become Ren 2, but against Nighthaunt, this does not matter.
I like that.
Perfect. So this time we got 5, 10, 15, 24 for a total of 50 wounds
All right,
into
so
these blade guys.
This is 26, so I'm just going to take one out.
Sure.
And then
And do
do
this
25 twice, so I guess I'll do it over here.
here.
So 4 up, and then I'll just take out the...
Misses so far.
Okay. And then we'll just put these off to the side. And then these will be 5s. So we're looking at not too many so far. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 down so far.
And then this again. So if you get another 10, then...
Finish them right off.
Yep. Ooh, it's not looking good though for me. Let's see. Let's pick out those ones.
I think that was a better save.
I think it was. Ooh. So 3, 6.
8?
Yeah.
So 18.
So 2 left.
2 blade guys left.
I think we'll pull them off.
Absolutely, so he can't finish them. And then with that, I'm sure Jesse's going to be piling in with his blade guys over here and swinging into this unit of plague monks. So we'll see where these guys end up after they pile in. Alright, so after piling in, 7 of the 10 are in range to swing into the plague monks. Let's see what they can do.
3s and 3s.
And we are all out defense because we've got lots of CP.
And then 5s or 6s just auto wound. So we're looking for 5 saves, -1, so just your regular.
So yeah, 6 +1 -1, so just staying at a 6. None are gonna survive, but we're gonna see if they can do a mortal wound on their way out on 6s. There's gonna be 1 mortal wound going in.
So,
Oh, that was it. So 5 of those plague monks are gonna fall, and then we're gonna pile those guys in and punch back. Alright, so after piling in, all of the remaining plague monks are in range. So we got 45 attacks with these guys from the charge. See what they can do. They're hitting on 3s. Too bad, not too bad. We had 5 more because we only have a batch of 40 in hand here. There we go, there's a couple more. Perfect. Alright, so now without the buffs, these guys are wounding on 4s. Oh, so many guys. Not too bad. And last volley, if I can get them. There we go. Not too shabby. So we got 5, 10, 15, 17 wounds. There would be some Rend 2s, but again, Nighthaunt, ignore all that awesome Rend.
17. No discorporate though, so just 4 up, 6 up.
Maybe.
Quite a few. 1, so 6.
9.
Yeah, 9. 1 left.
1 remaining blade geist here.
I'll leave the one that's right in the thick of it.
Caught right into those guys, you got it. And then it's going to be Jesse's chance to swing back. But both of my Plague Monk units have already fought here, so we can go with either, I think he's in range or just
Double
out.
check there.
Yeah, he is just in range.
Okay. I'll just go with these blade guys over here first.
Sure. So we got the 2 swinging into Plague Monks.
Those 3s and 3s. For 1,
For
-1.
So straight through, but they have the 6-up ward. Goes through. Can he get one on a mortal wound? He does not.
So then if you just want to pile in that cruel gas for me.
Yep, he's just going to come right in here.
So 4 attacks. 2 damage though, so 3s, 3s, -1, 2 damage.
Got it.
2 hits. And 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Ran 1, you said?
Yep.
So they still have the all out. So staying at 6s, stop 1.
And then 2 damage.
2 damage. And then I'm just going to double check and see if... Yeah, so we can... The 2 might die here, but we'll have a chance we can put it into any enemy unit within 3 for these guys. So we did not get a 6.
Double.
So that would be these guys. Perfect. And then he doesn't have any targets here, but he can do his 3-inch pile-in. He's just going to kind of pivot himself
Shimmy.
a little here as best he can. And then that is going to be it for combats this turn. These guys are wholly within 13 of our Plague Priest here. So those guys are ignoring Battle Shock for their couple of losses. And then we're going to spend the command
Can't
point.
spend it with Nighthaunt.
Right, for these guys here. So we lost, there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 13. So we lost 7.
It's going to
And
hurt.
we have Bravery 5. So D6 plus 2 are fleeing. So 5 more Plague Monks are going to flee the battlefield.
So I will use my I don't have a CP actually, so I do need to roll for both, I believe. So for them, he's good.
Don't you just ignore Battle Shock for Nighthaunt?
I don't think we ignore it. I'm pretty sure that's Bone Reapers.
Oh, right. I'm confusing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Bone Reapers. Double check. Yeah, they don't have anything. They just have Bravery 10, right?
Yeah, like all death. All right, so with this guy was a 4.
Yep.
So he's gone. He lost 9.
And then they're for sure gone, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, perfect. So that will finish those guys off because it doesn't have the CP. But we're kind of okay with that. We'll take it. But with that, we do secure 1, 2, and more objectives because we do take this one away from Jesse because we have more Plague Monks than the hero counting for 2. And then we got our battle tactic for having at least 3 of our prayers go off with our Plague Priests. So that'll be 5 points for SKAVEN after 1. Let's go to priority.
5.
6.
So your choice.
All right. I think we're going to go into SKAVEN turn 2 hero phase. All right. So turn 2 hero phase for SKAVEN. Battle tactic is going to be led into the Maelstrom. So charging with a battle line unit and a hero unit. And one of them has to remain in combat at the end of my turn. So I think we can get that off because we're hoping to get kind of stuck in and tie Jesse up there so he can't get back onto some of these objectives and we keep him kind of stuck in his deployment zone, possibly, hopefully is the plan. But with that, we're going to see if we make any primal dice. 1 from SKAVEN, 1 from Nighthaunt so far, so we got 1 in the pool. My heroic action, again, I'm going to go for a command point on my far priest on his ride. He's got an extra CP.
I think I'm just going to try and heal Lady O again.
Yep.
That's it. And
Oh.
another one.
Slow but steady.
Getting
for him.
there.
And then for casting, we're going to try again for disease on these guys from General, which is going to go off. We're not going to choose not to activate Great Plague just yet. So hopefully we can get it on his roll because then there's actually something he can do with it. Because everybody else, it's always within 13 inches for Great Plagues, besides the first one that we activated. But these guys are going to get the extra +1 to attack. And then we're going to try and give them Filth again from the back on Foot Priest, which is going to get it because he's getting +2 and could reroll either way. So these guys again are +1 to wound and +1 attack. Lastly, Far Priest, he is going to try and give a Bless to the Censer Bearers. He gets to reroll. which goes off. So these guys have our 6-up ward.
Okay.
And then last priest over here, he's going to try for disease over onto these guys, which he does. And with the plus, oh, he doesn't have a plus yet because nobody else is near him. Oh, does he want to get lucky with a 6 roll? No, because I don't want him to roll a 1, so we'll just stick with it. So he's going to pick, it's going to be just about here. So on a 4+, these 2 units might take D3 mortal wounds. Okay. So into the Blade Geist first. So they're taking D3 for 2.
6 up. Yep.
Gets 2, and then into the character. It does not go off. So that will be it for prayers. And then going for the Grey Seer, he's going to again throw Death Frenzy onto... let's throw it onto... Yeah, onto the Plague Monks here, the big unit. So with his +2, he's going to get a 13.
Yeah, I don't think...
do have a Primal.
It's just from him?
Yep.
How many other spells do you have?
Just 1.
Okay, and what's the other spell you got?
He could do like his Crack's Call or possibly...
I'll try to stop this one then.
Cool. So you need a 5. Hey, there it is. So no Death Frenzy. And then lastly, he's just going to try and throw a Mystic Shield on. So.
Yep.
Which he does, because he has also the +2.
Try to stop that.
Nope, gets it off. So he has Mystic on himself. And that's going to be it for casting. And then let's see what Bell effect he's going to get. So he's going to get a 4. Not used to using these guys so much. Got to remember what it does.
4 o'clock, baby.
So he gets the Deafening Pales. So until my next hero phase, I roll a dice each time an enemy model is picked to issue a command. And then on a 5+, they cannot receive that command. So pretty good. You can stop some commands going out. Possibly stopping out that 5-up ward would be really nice. But with that, we're going to get into SKAVEN, turn 2, movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, Clan Rats advancing over, kind of reforming the line, helping block off these objectives over here. My Grey Seer moving over, staying in range of his rats, but hoping to attempt a long bomb charge to help out these Plague Monks. The Sensor Bearers went through the gnaw hole, coming to the far side, kind of have a staggered charge here, hoping to tag into the hero and then pile into the bigger units of Blade Geist. The smaller unit of 20 moving right up as close as they could, just opting to do a redeploy with the 10-man unit and getting some movement back to help cover up so I couldn't get this unit easily into the 30 block.
Probably get a couple, but
yeah.
Just slow you down a little bit.
Absolutely. And then heroes moving up, my general and the Plague Priest on foot, all advancing up so they can follow up in the following turn and help these guys with prayers. The 40 blob advancing around, getting a big move, ready to come in after the first wave of us has been dealt with. And then my last priest just sitting, moving to the gnaw hole, ready to teleport and see where he's needed next turn. But with that, we got lots of charges here, so we're going to get started. And we're going to start with our big blob here with all of our buffs. Seeing where they go, they're going 10 inches. So they're absolutely going to make it in. And they're going to be coming slamming into these guys right about here. Then we're going to go our character on his big ride. He is failing that charge.
You probably want to reroll it for a battle tactic, right?
Yeah, I do, because he's the hero. So yeah, unfortunately, we're going to use our reroll here. And please don't do that twice.
All right.
There we go.
So you get your battle tactic.
Well, as long as one of them stays in combat.
Right.
So those two have charge. We'll do the one not so important, but I'd love it if he makes it. He needs a 10. Nope, this other one. So the Grey Seer is not making it. And then the Plague Sensor Bearers are looking to make it. These guys need an 8. Oh, they got a 7. Close. So they are not going to make it in. But we're going to make these 2 charges here, and then we're going to see where those guys end up and get to the combat phase. Alright guys, so we piled in with our big unit of Plague Monks here, and as you can already see, we did it really quickly off camera because it was a lot of dice the last time to show you guys, and they did a lot of damage to the 20 unit. We were very confident the 19 of them could finish off the unit of 8, so absolutely obliterated those guys because I was giving them the +1 to hit, and we had 76 attacks there total.
Yeah.
So those guys have
not really. And I also didn't want to use Shade Mist on that.
Yeah,
unit.
so he wasn't trying to keep that unit because he's saving it because now these guys are tagged and they will be able to pile in and get a free swing in. But thankfully we made sure to kind of deploy so that Jesse's only going to get the front rows that move forward, because we made sure to stay slightly out of 5 inches out. So with the 3 and the extra range they have, being just slightly over 5, the 2-inch reach now, we still will avoid that second row swinging. But with that, I think Jesse's going to pile in with the blade guys.
I think I'm going to actually go with this guy.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. We do have this for our combat. So he's going to see if he can finish off these plague
Real
monks.
quick, try and get these guys out of the way. So 1 auto wound, 1 hit, 2 wounds, and that's -1, 2 damage.
All right, so that's going straight through. Let's just see if they can do mortal wounds on their way out. No, that is 4 dead plague monks here.
Didn't think him as a fighting character, but here we go.
Nope, he'll get it done. Then with that,
You're a big boy.
we're actually going to then revenge with these guys. Pile in the last, so there are 4 of them there. So those guys are going to get 8 attacks. Got to do the Book of Woe over here we could have done. They were definitely in range, but remember that for next time. So hitting on 3s.
Not great.
Ooh, not so great. And wounding on 4s. Just the 1, no range.
4 up, and 6 up.
Hey, wards it. All right. So now it's
Go
just
with my
character here.
cool
Absolutely.
guys.
I think Jesse caught on to what I was doing, guys. I might have had a chance to swing into his blade guys if I got to activate him after the fact, but
I don't want that.
he will be my last activation, so the blade guys will go
Sorry,
last.
Spirit Torment. Dang, he's got a pretty good combat.
All
So
right.
3 attacks, 3s, -2, 2 damage.
All right. Is he going into monks or
We're going to go into big boy.
into the big boy? You got it.
So 1 auto wound, 1 hit.
And that is -1 to wound.
Oh,
So
okay,
that's
so
miss.
this
So just the 1.
1 at -2.
So 6 up.
Oh, blocks it.
SKAVEN protects.
And since you did tag those guys, you're going to get your battle tactic no matter what. So I am going to use Shade Mist on him. Just to try
Yeah, because I won't then be able to target into those guys.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, let's see if we can get him with the big sensor on a 2+.
Okay.
So that's going to go off. So this is D3 plus 4 mortal wounds.
All right.
That is 7 mortal wounds.
So I need some 5-ups here. That is not enough. So
5,
just enough.
Just enough. He is bumped. And then these guys are going to pile in, and we'll see how much damage they can do and see if they'll finish off those plague monks. All right, so after piling in, Jesse's got 8 blade guys going to be swinging into the plague monks, see if they can thin those ranks.
And we are going to use all out attacks. So 2s and 3s.
Got it.
Let's take out these 1s. Got some 5s and 6s. And 3s. So we're looking at 6, 7, 8.
8 going.
-3 though.
Right through. Just see if we can do some mortal wounds on their way out. So it'll be 1 mortal wound going back into the blade guys.
Back here.
Oh, don't forget your ward save first.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, he is gone, and then we're going to lose 5 of those plague monks there. Or sorry, how many was that there?
Sorry, it was 8.
8, right. 8 plague monks falling down there, so remove those. But since those guys did charge, each of those plague monks counts as 2, so we definitely have that objective, but we do have our other objectives still holding this one here. But for bravery, these guys are going to have a morale check as well. These guys are ignoring it because of the bell, or I guess the plague furnace, sorry. But these guys looking for a 1 for nobody to flee, so we're going to lose 3 plague monks, and there is 1 plague monk remaining.
Just we'll
leave the banner so he can do a mortal wound possibly on his way out.
Okay.
But with that, that's going to be it for SKAVEN turn 2. So we are going to get score 1, score 2, score more, and our battle tactic for lead. So giving us another 5 points as we go into NIGHTHAUNT turn 2 hero phase. All right, so turn 2 for NIGHTHAUNT. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're going to be going for Lead into the Maelstrom. Super easy for NIGHTHAUNT. I can do it with the unit that's actually in combat right now, so going to go for that one.
Perfect. See if you make any primals.
Yep, so for primal. Nope.
None. Nope,
Just
so
the
there's
1.
an extra. So you have 1 in the pool because you used yours, and I have 2.
Okay. And then we're going to go with... I think we do want to go with... We're going to go with Shade Mist on the big unit here for sure. So -1 to wound. Does not go off. I'm not going to use a prime on that. I don't
With a
think.
1 in the pool? No.
No. No dice. And then I think we're gonna go. That's tough, man. I think we're gonna go for the horde killing spell on them.
Alright, let's see it.
Nope.
Oh, not risking that either.
Not risking that. So then we just have our generals casting for Hoarfrost.
Let's see it.
Do it on the unit of 30 there. We'll throw a primal.
The one primal. Gets it just off, but Grace here will throw both primals because there's no unbind, and he will stop that.
Got me going there.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be it for casting. I'm not going to use Lady O's ability just because I don't think there's many dead there, if any.
No.
So I think we can go raid.
Heroic action for you.
Right.
Lady O on her third.
No, we need a command point.
Okay. An extra CP on
CP. General.
So roll for 4+.
Oh yeah, right. I guess I have to roll.
Got it. I don't know if you're gonna tag him. You probably will. I'll finest hour.
Makes sense.
Best day ever, just in case. And with that, we'll get into Nighthaunt, turn 2, movement phase. All right, so end of the movement phase. Hero pulling back, Lady O flying over, and the unit of 30 again pulling back. Jesse knows by doing this, these guys are not able to contest objectives this turn, but he's just hoping to do some damage and remove a bunch of bodies this turn and not focus on the primal this turn, but making sure he still gets that battle tactic, so he's getting some points. And then General kind of staying put, so he's nice and close and protected. But we're going to start with some shooting because Lady O is in range. And then who else is shooting?
So we've got him as well.
Oh, so he does
I'm just trying to decide if I want to kill that guy, just have him finished off. Because for the thing is for lead, he's going to charge in and kill him anyways.
Yep.
So we're just going to shoot him.
Got it.
2 hits.
Got it.
And 2 wounds, -1.
He
1
is
damage.
very dead, and you're out of 3, so he cannot do a mortal.
And then Lady O is going to shoot the guys back
Over
there.
there, yep. Equal to mortals. Oh, that's what we like to see.
She failed to lift the veil.
Right.
That is it for shooting though, so I just have charges. I'm going to see what the big blade guys get.
Okay. They're going 7. Well, I guess I also failed to mention, these guys probably look funny, I did get an awesome 6-inch redeploy with the Plague Monks to stop the little blob that they were begging to just get surrounded and make it so hopefully he can't charge in and get the mortal wound impacts on the blade guys here.
So we can't go that way. Maybe we could.
Oh, I didn't even think about the sensor bears.
Yeah, a little bit. They're
Just
I guess with a pile-in, I guess. Could get 1 or 2, but
back, probably need a 9 still.
The question is, it's really putting me out there for that, but I don't think we have a choice.
Yeet. Alright, so these guys end up. And then you have which hero is going to be charging?
We're going to try for both, honestly. So him.
He's absolutely in there. And Lady O.
6, 8, 9. So they're going to have -1 to their save.
Okay.
And then they'll have -1 to hit as well.
Oof.
And then these guys are just going to give out...
you got the 7 for them.
Yeah, we'll make them -1 to hit.
You got it.
Because we're going to do the mortal wounds into the big boy.
Yeah, it's like with Ren 1, you don't need to even worry about giving them a reduced save because you cut through a 6-up save, no problem.
Right, so I'll just roll the 30 here real quick.
Yeah, so you guys can see. So the mortal wounds are going into our commander on the furnace.
Yep, I know he's got the ward, right?
But he does have a 5-up ward, but still, it is 30 dice.
But he can pass wounds, you said, right?
No, that just our Grace here can do that.
Okay. Sweet.
But yeah, 30 wounds, and it's on 5-ups. They do mortal wounds for the impact, so
pretty good.
Right, it's a good chance on average 10 mortal wounds. I've seen this roll pretty spicy.
Or not spicy at all. Well, I think it's about average.
Just a bit under.
Just a bit under. So we got 6.
Alright. So into the furnace on 5s. He stops 2, so he'll take 4 damage there from those impacts. But I'm sure with all the extra blades, he's definitely going to see some attacks coming his way here. So we'll see where this big blob of 30, those kind of annoying swords sometimes are a little annoying to pile these guys in, so we'll be right back. Alright, so end of the charges, the Lady O and her support character ready to mess up some clan rats, and the big 30 blob came charging in, and Jesse's already done the pile-in. So he's got 4 guys who are going to be going into the Plague Furnace, and then we have 12 in range of the Plague Monks. And Jesse's opted to use his once per game relic from his general to give these guys another attack. So they're each going to get 4 attacks because they're getting +1 from the relic and +1 for charging.
And then also, Patrick did mention that he has the -1 to be wounded.
On the furnace,
So I'm +1 because of my Guardian of Souls, but then I'm going to also use my Triumph so that I'm back to 2s.
And combo that with all-out attacks. So these guys are 2s against both targets.
Okay. So into the Plague Furnace.
Got it.
Ooh, some 6s. If only they're immortals. 1 miss, 2 misses. And then 2s again.
2s. So 1 more miss.
So we went 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, -1.
SKAVEN's number, is it a sign? Or is it a bad omen?
We'll see.
When it comes from the enemy, who knows? Alright, so he is Rend 1, but he has the best day ever, and then he was using all-out defense, because there's no sense with Plague Monks, because those guys are just messed up. And you gave the effect to the Plague Monks for those guys, right?
Yeah, for the save.
Yeah. Or I think you gave them the -1.
Yes,
to hit, yeah. So staying at 3s. 3 through. And 5s. So he takes 2 more damage.
Yep.
And then these Plague Monks are absolutely destroyed. There are 48 attacks coming into those guys.
2s and 2s.
12 attacks, 12 guys in range, 4 attacks each, 2s and 2s. No save for the Plague Monks, so they are absolutely wiped. But we are just going to see if we can get any mortal wounds on their way out the door, because there are 11 of them. And on 6s, they could do some mortal wounds and kill some Blade Guys. We got not a single one. They were way too eviscerated to do anything. So those Plague Monks will be gone, and then we're just going to go with...
Do you want to go with them first? Or?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Clan Rats will go and see if they can get really lucky and pile in here. Alright, so the Clan Rats have piled in. We're going to try and surround this guy and finish him off, because Lady O's got too good of a ward. I don't think we'll get a wound past her. So we're -1 to hit because of the charge impacts as well. So these guys are hitting on 5s. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
8.
For 5s.
Not too bad.
And then 4s, keep it. We got 1.
1, alright. So
That's
4,
what I get.
6.
Hey, we did not get 1 through.
So we'll
Good try,
go with we'll just go with the Cruel Gas here first. 4s and 4s. Oh, sorry, 4 attacks, 3.
Yep.
2 auto wounds and a hit. So
No, the extra
3.
so that's just 6.
That's 2 damage each.
Yeah, so 6 Clan Rats are going to be gone. Whoa. Yeah, I'll have to take that flag here. They're out of there.
And then you got your bell, I think.
And then we've got the bell. These only got the 6 wounds on him, so he is not bracketed just yet. So we're going to see for his big plague swing, can it land? It does, so this is D3 plus 4 mortal wounds.
Okay.
So that is going to be 6 mortal wounds.
Pile up.
Oh, they don't have...
Sorry, 6
yeah,
up, 6 up. Yeah. 5 going down.
His casting was not in Nighthawnt's favor this hero phase. So then, getting to his other awesome attacks. So he gets D3 attacks with his staff. He's going to get 2 today. Hitting on 3s. Oh, both missing. Then going with his retinue on board. The Plague Monks riding along. See if they can do some damage. Hitting on 3s. Wounded on 4s. 2 wounds. 4s. 1 damage each.
6s.
That's 1. And then the Rusty Blade, so he has 6 attacks, 'cause he's still top bracket. So hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. For, just 1.
Good.
Yep, loves that. Alright, that's it for him. He hit with his important one.
It is Lady O's turn.
See if she can finish off some Clan Rats.
So 3s and 3s. 2 auto wounds and that's it.
Alright.
So it'll be -2, 2 damage.
So just 4 more gone. Clan Rats.
Another attack, 4s, 4s.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nothing.
Or nothing. Alright. And then they would give off the effect as well, right? I can't auto pass with these guys
Exactly,
here. So what do we have? We have 7, 10. We lost 10 clan rats. They had bravery 4. So lots fleeing. So 8 more are going to flee. And then D3 are going to come back. So we get 1 back. So there are 3 clan rats left. Take all of these guys back. And the one we're going to bring back is the champion. All right. And then I have to scoop these plague monks because those guys are absolutely obliterated. I don't think we killed enough to force a morale check for those guys. But we killed for just, they're just under.
Like 5 or something.
Yeah.
So I guess
6.
on a
6. They're okay. As expected. But those plague monks are white. The plague furnace is still stuck in with Blade Geist, which also is good for Jesse because then he is getting his battle tactic because we
only points I'm getting though
of here. But yeah, because not contesting objective, Lady O is out of range of this objective, and then the Blade Geists are not contesting, so we are still holding the far objective. So, but that is still 2 points for the battle tactic. As we roll for the priority,
2,
5.
Uh-oh.
So we will get into Skaven, turn 3, hero phase. Alright, so turn 3 for Skaven, our battle tactic. We're going to be trying for some magical dominance with our Grey Seer. Hopefully you can help lock that down for us. To start, we will hope for a primal. Oh, don't have any?
Nope.
We do not have any primals, okay.
I'm okay with this.
He does have a +2 because he isn't bracketed or anything. But for heroic action, we are going to try and... Who do we want to give our buff to? Let's go... We're going to go best day ever with the Grey Seer.
Alright,
He's going to go have some fun.
We'll do it on the Cruel Ghast.
The Cruel Ghast? Uh-oh. He saw it coming. Alright. So starting off for some prayers. We're going to try with the first Disease. From General. Whoop, it's got... so that's going off.
Yep.
I don't think any units are
13.
within 13 of him. Oh, they might be.
Just a little bit.
Just. So yeah, we will release, I believe it is called the Red Maw Plague. So this is going to do 2d6 mortal wounds to these guys.
Okay.
Because they're the closest unit. So just going off for 9 mortal wounds. This wouldn't kill the unit, but if this was able to kill a unit, it could keep spreading and do another d6 to potential other units. That's the cool thing with this Great Plague.
Not a 1.
Whoa, so that's 9 down.
Maybe okay. Get them out of combat.
Could be.
6.
Which is okay. So they have their first buff on them. Yep, so they will be. And then we're going to go with our Plague Priest on foot, give them the Filth, which goes off. So they have the +1 to hit and the +1 to wound.
Okay.
Last, he is going to go for Disease to try and hit both these units. Oh, he has the reroll.
Hey.
Oh, still takes his mortal. Which I'm pretty sure he can't negate. I'll double check that. We'll see if he would have. Nope, so he takes his mortal. So he has 7 wounds on him now. So he just bracketed himself because of that. And then last, over here, so there's nothing for him, so he's not going to worry about it. And then for the cast, we'll see if we can get off Mystic Shield onto himself. So he gets hit with a 10.
Alright, Lady O's going for it.
See ya.
So close.
So you will get it. Do I risk 2 spells?
Ooh.
No, we'll keep it. We'll just stick with Mystic Shield. I would if I gave him Flaming Weapon, but there's no sense giving Death Frenzy to the Clan Rats, because it's kind of missed out on that for them already. So with that, we'll stop there with casting, and that's going to be it for the hero phase as we get into Skaven. Turn 3, movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase for Skaven. The Clan Rats coming around to still bodyguard for the for the bell when they can. My last Plague Priest on foot came through the gnaw hole to join in the fun over here. And then not risking moving anybody within 9 to trigger a redeploy off these guys. We actually did move the sensor bearers, but realizing, Jesse, if you redeployed off of that, these guys would then still get full move and would be able to take advantage of it. So we didn't redeploy off that. Was hoping I would move these guys, but we've opted to stay still because they are 6 away. So with the +1 to charge, they only need a 5. And then my hero there, he just needs a 3 because he is just barely outside of 3. And the sensor bearers moving up, they need just a 7 now from their front guy and can possibly get at Jesse's general as well. So with that, we are going to start some charges. We're going to start with our important one first with a big unit of Plague Monks. So these guys are looking for a 5 at least. That is a 5 at least. So they would just make it with the +1. Oh, I wish they had some more movement.
Just for to get all the guys in.
But we are going to stick with that because I'm not going to risk them not making it. And then their sensor bearer or plague furnace beside them, he's going 6 as well. So he would make room, and he would come slamming over here, which would make room possibly for the general to make a long bomb. He's not making it, but that's okay. That was just a potential. The sensor bearers in the back, these guys are looking for a 7. They are not going to make it. I will reroll for them. Use our 1 reroll on charge. So they're going 6, so they do with their +1. Well, I got to double check if they have a +1. I actually don't think they do because they don't have musicians or anything. So I don't think they make that. So we'll go to the bell. He should make this, hopefully. Yep. He's absolutely in there. I think I'm just going to fight Krulgast alone and not Lady O. He should be able to do that just by himself. But with that, that's going to be it for charges. So we'll move this massive blob of Plague Monks and see where they end up. Alright guys, so after moving in and piling in the Plague Monks, just to save us some time. Oh, we've already lost one fall back here. But there's a few guys, 6 of them are not going to be in range because these guys getting all that extra reach for every 10 models in the unit, capping out at 3 inches because you can't have more than a 3-inch reach in melee for these guys. So they are getting like the 3 rows deep here, so there are we counted 34 out of the 30 or out of the 40 are swinging at 4 attacks per. That is 136 attacks, which is a lot of dice for me to roll one-handed. So we are going to very quickly roll those guys off camera.
And we'll just roll the. So I'm assuming you're going to get them all out attack.
I was going to get these all out attack, but Lady O has the chance to deny on a 5-up.
Hey.
She does, so they will be just hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s because they have the +1 to wound from their.
And then I will also be using Shade Mist, obviously.
Absolutely.
Or sorry, Discorporate.
You got it. All right, so we'll get back to you guys quick with the number of wounds we can inflict into this horde. All right, so after all that rolling, we were able to do 76 wounds total into those guys, and somehow 2 of them managed to hold on with that awesome 4-up ethereal and 5-up ward save. There are 2 of those blade guys still remaining. Jesse obviously opting to keep those guys out of combat because he can then hopefully rally on his turn.
Yep.
But with that, it's going to be his choice. I think he's going with the Krulgast into the battle.
Yep, we still have a crap ton of CP, so we're just going to use all of attack here.
You got it. We'll go with all out defense. We don't need it. We have Mystic Shield and Best Day Ever.
So 4 wounds, -1, 2 damage each.
All right, on 3s. 2 damage. 5-up. So he takes 1 wound. That's A-okay for him. So he's already fought. And I'm going to pile in into the general over here.
Good. Oh, yeah.
See if we can one-hit him with the sensor. It hits. How many wounds? So it is bracketed now, but it is still, D3 plus 3 this time. So it'll be 4 mortal wounds there.
Okay. So 6. Stops 1, so takes 3. 2 wounds left.
All right, how many staff attacks? He's going to get 2. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, run 1.
4 up.
Going through. I can't remember if his are D3 or...
Probably D3, I imagine.
Here. Oh, they're just 1 damage. Okay, so just 2 at 1 damage.
Still gets him.
Got him. Got him with the Plague Staff. All right, and then obviously those Blade Dice are not going to pile back in and get tagged, so we'll just go with the Bell. So he's going to go with his Staff. It misses. Going with his Ogre Rider. That's going to be 3 hits. Wounded on 3s. So that's 2 at Ren 1. Oh, Ren does not matter.
4s.
So for 2 damage.
6s.
Oh, loves it.
Not a scratch.
And then his Rusty Spikes on 3s. And wounding on 3s. For 2.
4 up.
1 through for 1 damage.
6 up.
Hey, we got 1 damage finally through into him. They exchange 1 apiece.
Oh shoot, he would have been reducing the damage, but I forgot, so we'll just take the 1. And
Oh, you stopped the 2 damage.
Oh yeah, okay.
Once you
Cool.
warded the 2
Right.
damage.
Okay.
But yes, that would matter because then the Rat Ogre only does 1 damage, and it would matter for his D3 staff if it landed. But that's going to be it for combats this turn. I am very much assuming you're going to auto pass morale.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely, with a big loss for the 30 blob there. But with rally and a chance for these heals to kick in, should be a good chunk of that unit possibly coming back. But that's going to be it for SKAVEN turn 3. Again, we're going to still hold on to our score 1, score 2, score more, and our battle tactic for magical dominance. So that is another 5 points for SKAVEN as we go into NIGHTHAUNT turn 3 hero phase. All right, so turn 3 hero phase. What's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're going to be going for reprisal, getting some revenge for our Guardian of Souls.
You got it.
So trying to kill this guy.
Kill the furnace.
We're going to try to get a command point on Lady Olinder.
You got it.
Nope. And then we also have the Primal. Nope.
Nope. And Primal for us. No. And then heroic action. I'm just going to try, I guess, a recovery on the furnace. That's going to be a fail.
Okay. We're going to go for a big ol' rally on that big unit there, so 28 dice.
Cap of 10, though.
Cap 10. I'm okay with it. If I get 10 back.
If I get 10 6s, that would be amazing.
So 1, 2. Not too bad.
4, 5. That's pretty good.
And then we'll just do her quick one here.
And then Lady O has her D6.
So we're getting 10 back.
10 blade guys standing back up like nothing just happened.
So I'll place those after I do my spells here real quick.
Yep. Yeah, because they can't be placed into combat or anything.
Exactly, yeah. So we're going to try and shade miss them.
Okay.
Nope. And then we're going to try to use the other one that makes them -1 to wound.
Okay.
I think it's a 7.
Let's see what the hell we get. That's an 8. We'll stop it no matter what.
It's all the casting I get, so
All right.
no problem there.
So with that, we'll go into NIGHTHAUNT turn 3 movement phase. All right, so end of the movement phase. Jesse's remaining forces moving over, ready to capture and take on reprisal and bring down the furnace, and then start moving towards possibly doing what the Plague Monks here and really hoping for that double turn to get back into it. So with that, we're going to go to the shooting phase.
I'm going to lift the veil.
All right, lift the veil. Can she do it this time? She does.
4 mortal wounds.
4 mortals. See if he can shrug some of those. He'll shrug 3 of those and take 1.
All right, and then we're going to shoot with our Cool Gast.
You got it.
So 3s and 3s. Oh.
1 hit, 2 hits, sorry.
2 hits, sorry. That's 2 minus 1.
Stand 2 5s.
1 damage each.
5. Takes 1 more.
Just taking 2.
2 more damage there total.
9. Getting there.
6 to go for him. All right, time for some charges. Who's going to start us off?
Let's start with the Blade Geists here.
You got it. Let's see it.
5.
Ooh, I think they need a 6.
Do we do the reroll? Yeah, because I want to get further anyways.
Let's see it, Blade guys.
Come on, baby!
Oh.
Okay, well, that's bad, but we still got Lady O.
She can do it. Oh,
4.
no,
Uh-oh.
Lady.
Well, we're not charging that at all.
Okay.
We will send in him because he's got a pretty good weapon, but he needs like a 12, I think.
Yeah, with fly, he goes right over everybody, so.
Almost.
9.
Nope. We're not going into... I think we sacrifice him still.
Can he go back the other way?
I think we sacrifice him into there.
Oh, into plagues?
Because then he has a potential to kill like 6.
Yeah, he could
To
do some
lower your
damage.
range. But he also dies for free. I think we go for it.
Because remember, I am immune to morale. Because with
That's true,
with
yeah.
the furnaces, right?
I think we're okay with but then you get a pile in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, then I'll get closer.
We'll just keep him.
Yep. All right, so Unfortunately, the Blade guys say we don't want to go forward after just coming back, and are going to hold and are hoping that they get the double turn from Command on High here. So with that, that's going to be it for NIGHTHAUNT turn 3, which is unfortunately going to be a scoreless turn because he's not on any objectives again yet and didn't get that battle tactic of reprisal. So let's see that priority roll.
Hey, the double, like it's gonna matter, but we'll see what we can do with it, just to see if we can make something happen. We can get another big fat rally, so it's...
Alright, let's see it. We'll go into NIGHTHAUNT, turn 4, hero phase. Alright, so start of the hero phase for NIGHTHAUNT, just doing that rally right
big
away.
Fat rally.
He's gonna get 2.
I'm rolling that, it's cocked, that doesn't matter.
2 more Blade dice coming back. As he's grabbing those, what's your battle tactic going to be, Jesse?
So we're gonna do...
It's the NIGHTHAUNT specific.
Yeah, sorry, the, what was it? I've got the actual name. Mass Panic, or sorry, Tides of Terror. I just have to have 2 units within half an inch of the same model.
Yeah, terrorizing the same unit, essentially.
Yep.
Awesome. And then we'll see if we can make any primal dice. None from SKAVEN. None from NIGHTHAUNT.
And then I think we'll go for a command point, because we want to use that for the rally, essentially. Yeah.
Yep, use right away, so he still has the 1. We're going to go for a heal on the furnace. This time remembering he does have bravery 10. Hey, he'll get 3 wounds back.
Okay.
And then casting for Lady O.
We're going to try to go for... At this point, I don't think defensives are going to help me too much, to be honest. So I think we're going to go with her... Spell into them, her signature spell.
You got it.
Which goes off on a 9. And that, see if you want to stop it.
Ooh, we do not.
Okay, so it does subtract 1 from hit rolls made by a unit, and I get to add 1 to hit rolls.
Perfect, and that's on the monks?
Yep.
Yep.
And then we're also going to charge... We're going to use the horde killing spell on them.
You got it. 7.
Just double check that.
Sure thing.
I think it does, but... Don't ever use it. Goes off on a 7.
Perfect. See if we can stop it. Oh, we tie it.
Okay.
Don't get +2 and
So I
bond.
need you 40 guys there.
There are 40 plague monks there.
I got 40 of these dice, so let's use these.
6s are gonna end some plague monks.
Well, the way I'm in, well, we're rolling, we'll see. But
NIGHTHAUNT need all the help they can get right now.
come on, Nagash, lend us your strength here, buddy. It's quite a few.
Not too bad.
So we got 6, 9.
9, that's pretty good. So 9 plague monks fallen. We'll remove some of those bodies there. That's it for casting.
Yes.
Yep, so we'll get into NIGHTHAUNT turn 4, movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, Lady O, and oh man, I always forget this guy's name.
Cruel Gas.
Cruel Gas, Cruciator, right?
Yep.
Yeah, are coming over to deal with this Grace here, and the Blade guy's looking to make this charge this turn and finish off the furnace and some plague monks. Who's going to charge first?
Start with
sorry, we got shooting first.
Oh yeah, right. Thank you. So we're gonna try and shoot. We're gonna shoot the rats actually with Lady O, just to like get rid of some bodies here. So 3 mortals.
That's 3 clan rats.
And
that
then
just
Cool
stood up.
Gas, same thing. I'll hit. And 1 wound, -1.
And for 6. No,
1 damage.
Gets another rat. 4 clan rats gone.
Okay. So I'll just charge with Cool Gas first.
Going 5, just making it.
So give him the -1 to hit. And then Lady O.
It's going 8, so give him -1 to save.
So we'll see if we can kind of curl around here.
As best you can.
Yeah. So we'll give the big boy -1 to his save.
You got it.
And then just the big unit there for what's left of it.
That'll do it.
Oops, we're gonna make them -1 to their save. Because
Is it on a 7 -1? The save?
yeah, it's up to like
7 to 9 or whatever?
yeah, something like that.
10 plus is the like fight blast.
Yeah. You don't get anything on 1s and 2s.
Wasn't it even 3 and 4 or nothing?
Yeah, I think 4 is.
Oh, but 3
we'll double check.
just gets in. Yeah, the worst, it's -1 to hit, minus save, fight last.
Yep. We'll just pile these guys in now because we're going to go with them.
Yep, got it.
Cool. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 14 wounds. We're going to do them right into Plague Monks.
You got it. They're only run 1. Do I risk?
Well, they're rent 2 now, right? Because of the...
Oh, right. Because you you're reducing save on the monks.
Yep.
So not even worth it. All right, swing away. Time for Plague Monks to fall.
So here's the mortals.
And this is into Plague.
Yep. Oh, not great.
So
3.
3. Okay. Let's see if they can mortal back. No mortals back.
I like that.
3 gone.
Oops. Stand up, man.
Pile in to make sure everybody gets into range there. All right, so after piling in, everybody getting to swing away and getting the extra +1 to hit from the spell from Lady O, so hitting on 2s for the Blade Dice.
Whee! So I'm just going to take out these 1s quick, and then 5s and 6s will just be auto wounds. It's pretty nice. Not as good as mortals, but better than nothing.
A few more 1s in there. Perfect, still really good.
And then we're looking for 3s. Because my Guardian of Souls is dead. Okay.
And this one was there, yeah. Well, either way.
Doesn't matter, yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26 at -2 now.
So I'm pretty sure that's just 26 going down, so we'll see if they can do any
Mortals
on their way out the door. Alright, roll some dice here for some mortals. See if we can get lucky on some 6s. Oh, that's pretty good. They gotta give their gift of disease on the way out the door.
6, 7?
7 mortals. That one, so we'll take 6 with us, and then we'll count those out and see if you got any Plague Monks remaining. Alright, so after removing the Bloody Massacre, that was the Blade Guy swing there, we have only 3 Plague Monks remaining, but hopefully they'll get to do some damage back. So we're going to switch over to the Bell and see if he can finish off the Cruciator. So going with his staff, we're going to give him all-out attack. Oh, Linder can take this away from me.
I could take it away.
We'll risk it.
All
See
right.
if we get it. We'll give him all out attack. Does the Lady O says
Steals
no. All right, so back to hitting on 4s. 2 hits. 1 wound. Ren doesn't matter.
4 up.
For D3, 2 damage becomes
goes
1
down 1.
damage.
He
Oh
stops
man, this guy makes it worse. And the Ogre is going to hit. So he hits on 4s. Yeah, so just twice. Wounds on 3s. 1 for 2 becomes 1 damage. Hey, we got 1.
Yeah.
And then his Rusty Blades from the cart on 3s because we lost our all out. And 3s for 1. Just 1.
Oh, sorry.
Just 1 damage.
6s. No.
Oh, we got another one. So that is it for the Bell.
Okay.
Time for who's going? Lady O.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of do that and then hit the rats.
She's going for my clan rats. How could she?
We gotta just take objectives.
Stop that
And we
unit
don't
from
wanna-
coming back. Yeah, because they were coming back D3 at the end of every battle shot.
We also
phase.
don't want to kill that guy because then we lose our battle tactic.
Right.
So 3s and 3s on the rats. 1 auto wound and that's it. -1, 2 damage.
Oh, -1, 6. 2 damage. They are gone.
Okay.
No more clan rats. All right. So what you're saying
Yep.
is I wanted him to. Oh, you can't do enough damage to kill him, I guess. Unfortunately, we pile in. Swing with the heal. He's back to full with the sensor. It hits for D3 plus 4. Oh, so 5 mortals.
Okay.
Go into those guys. Getting 4. His plague staff hits twice. No wounds. And then his Plague Monks riding along. That's 4. For 3.
Stop. 2 go through. 1 damage each.
Just 1 damage. Fails both. And then the spikes. On 3s. Oh, so many 2s. 3s again. For 2. 1 damage apiece. Run 1,
2,
but run doesn't matter. 1 gets through. Gets through. Back down to 2.
Takes the objective back for you too.
Yes, it does. Well, those, yeah, I guess, yeah.
They only
well,
count as 2 now.
Yeah, they're 4.
They were, so if I had 3, I'd be
But those
okay.
plague, well, I guess, sorry, yeah, the plague monks will stick around because they are fearless thanks to the furnace. But then we will go with, oh, you have Cruciator going into Bell.
Yep.
See if you can hurt him up a bunch.
3s and 3s. Just 3 auto wounds.
Boom.
-1, 2 damage.
Okay. Right to the ward for him. On 5s. Nope, he takes all 6 of that. So he's got 7 damage on him. And then the Plague Monks. Can they get revenge for their squad? And they are -1 to hit. So they are hit on 4s and wounding on 4s. Or wounding on 3s because they still have the +1 to wound. But they get their extra attacks. So on 4s. And 3s. So that is 5, 6 wounds.
Okay. I think 1 wound each. 6s. End up getting them.
2. Well, we'll finish off the Blade Guys. But with that, Jesse will get his battle tactic here. These guys are fearless because of the furnace range, so they'll be fine. But unfortunately, we are tied on this objective because we have 2 heroes apiece. So we will retain.
Well, I'm 4.
Oh, right, you charge. So yeah, they're double.
But it's not. I think I'm only gonna get the 3 points. So I think.
Yeah, you get the 1 point for the objective and then 2 points for the battle tactic. But then we'd be going into SKAVEN turn 4. And with the remaining 2 turns, if we can't somehow even finish off Ladio and the Cruel Gas Cruciator, we've definitely got it locked down on points, because we were hoping also with our grand strat is as long as 3 of my heroes are still left alive, which chances are pretty good with the 3 over there, we would get that grand strat.
Yeah, the only chance I really had was if I wiped these.
Yes.
Because then I can get another rally to fight these guys. Basically, it was all hinging on kind of this unit cleaning up, but unfortunately, even just keeping the 3 there kept you in the game more or less, because I needed 5 points essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to make sure you were staying in it on points, because chances are I was getting probably 5 points in the next turn, which means Jesse had to stop me from getting any points on one of the turns, or a balance of 2 turns not getting more than 5 points. It's definitely a hard situation with just the 3 units Jesse was left with at the end, or in the bottom of the game here in turns 4 and 5. But really a lot of fun getting to see the Blade Guys get the 2-inch reach. Their damage output was a lot better than we've been able to previously see on the channel. Those guys were cutting through quite a few rats. First, they didn't do so well on their mortal wound impacts today.
I think honestly too, one of the biggest misplays was sending the 20 block up here. In retrospect, I should have just basically held everything back, score my 5 points, maybe give you like a unit of 10 to kill, and then even if you get the double, then you go into the 20 or something like that.
No, absolutely.
So that was just a big misplay. I think also with like the list, I think I might split. I wanted to try the unit of 30, but a lot of the time you can't get all of them in. It's nice for the mortal wounds, but that's about it. Mm-hmm. So I think just taking multiple units of 20, just in case I do lose a unit of 20, like I was kind of in the back foot for unit count and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So going forward, I might change that in the list. Maybe even add like 1 unit of the hex rates just to get objectives, fly around, all that.
No,
good
for
stuff.
sure. But even like you were saying, I don't think like if they made that charge over here at turn 1, it definitely wouldn't have been a misplay, because chances are you cut through the 20 blob because they have no buffs yet because you went first, and then that changes the whole kind of momentum of those first couple turns for me, right? I'm not moving the 20 up, getting in, moving around and protecting the 40. The 40 would have had to get involved right away and then become exposed and not have as much distance.
Well, a lot of this match was kind of who got to hit their big heavy
Right.
unit into the bigger unit.
Exactly.
And the way it worked out,
And
you had the screen up front, get the double, and then just follow up with that.
exactly.
That momentum,
Got the
right?
double at the right time, and the screen stayed alive that first turn, and then even got through its target because Plague Monks can put out so
Yep.
many ridiculous amount of attacks.
Yeah, and then you even had it set up so that if you had to go second, you'd be okay, or if you had to go first, you'd be okay. Whereas if my setup was a little bit more, if I didn't get my turn, I'd be in a world of hurt essentially, and that's kind of what happened, I think, at the start.
No, for sure.
So like always super important, just making sure you have those good movement phases and good screens just to make sure. Can't ever plan for double, but you probably want to make sure.
You can always hope for it, right? But you should always be trying to mitigate those potential problems if you don't get it, right? Because if you put everything out on the line to rely on that D6 roll-off, that's usually just myself and I believe Jesse's personal experience. When you plan that way, it doesn't go that way, right? And then things can go horribly wrong really quickly when you get caught out of position like that, and then even in your turn not having the double, get caught out of position and are really kind of in a bad spot for things like battle tactics and such.
Yeah, so especially like Patrick's very good at playing that, basically being ready for that double turn and then utilizing it, where I feel like in this game especially saw a lot of like when I got my double, I couldn't do too much with it just because my units weren't set up to push that double, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, pretty cool game. A lot of just movement and then just striking really hard. A lot of stuff just as soon as it gets in combat was just dead. So
yeah. I love getting a chance to try out Plague Monks, going back to 20-man units instead of 10 since the update. Is really crazy for them. Only going to a 40, but that could be a giant blob of 60. It probably is overkill for Plague Monks because they're not going to get 60.
A lot of the times, the charges you made, you wouldn't even got the back rows in, right?
Exactly.
So
and then it's a lot harder to keep 60 wholly within 13 of a furnace
true.
to make sure they're always immune to battle shock. So I think 40 is just a very nice number.
It's also cheap.
Yeah, because they're only 180 points per 20, so 360 for 40 wounds. That has that many attacks, does mortals when they die, to combat things within 3 inches, they can give mortals back. But yeah, just lots of really good stuff for them. Happy to see that they got that nice change back to 20. And fun to take the Plague Furnaces for a spin and not have to worry about them getting pushed around and just get to charge in and kind of stick alongside the Plague Monks.
Way more useful.
Yeah, get a lot more output out of those guys, and same with the Bell. Damage output for them isn't like super crazy.
The mortal wound's pretty nice, though.
Can be well, yeah, for the Furnace.
Okay, only
the Bell not as much. He can be nice if you guys watched our previous battle report. If you put Flaming Weapon on him, you can get a bunch more damage out of him. But they are like pretty resistant, right? 4-up save, 5-up ward. He can shrug wounds. They are -1 to wound in combat. So they got some pretty good resistance, and at 15 wounds, they're going to stick around for a little bit.
Yeah, and you're not too worried, especially if you lose like one of these, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
As long as you have one up, you're pretty happy.
Yeah. I guess even now, as we're just talking about it, I was forgetting to move my relic to give him fight first, but it would bounce every turn, so it would have gone from Plague Priest to Plague Priest. But we're really hinging on that mechanic happening, but it would have definitely helped if it came down to the 2 Plague Furnaces having to carry the weight for us today. Is why I wanted
especially
to
if you lost these units and then you still have something.
And then we could swap it around.
I didn't even get to use these guys yet.
No, and they're more of the damage guys. Those guys are 2 damage.
I was hoping to get to see them.
They can be really nasty with the extra buffs because they do the extra attacks as well. So yeah, lots of cool stuff from Clan Pestilence. But thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle report. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Gaming Grots. And be sure to become a full-time subscriber to support the channel and all things going forward to help the channel out. And if you're ever in London area, be sure to check out Game Night Leagues for an awesome gaming experience. Until next time,
have a good one.